Well, it's finally getting to be fallish outside. I think that's a word. I'm not sure. But whatever it's getting to be, it's starting to get a little cooler at nighttime, and people are thinking about their fireplaces. This scene that I've got going in the background is a winter scene with a nice fireplace going. Hey, let's take a few minutes here. Let's go over your inspection report. Let's answer some questions ahead of time, and then do feel free to give me a call anytime. Our contact numbers will be at the end of the video. And so let's dive right in. Stay with me now. Okay, now let's take a look at the inspection report and see how it reads out. This is a generic report. This is exactly what you will get, only your information obviously will be filled into all these blanks. The upper right-hand corner of the report is the legend. Each one of these initials pertain to something. A is consistent with the age of the chimney. B, see comments below. C, repairs needed. D, need further evaluation. Or E, not applicable. And they're placed into the boxes next to the parts of the chimney that can be easily identified in this diagram. And then, of course, you'll find my comments here below. Now, let's take a look at your personal report. So stay with me. Hey, McSwain, it was great to see you and meet with your client out at that beautiful property. Nice little gated community, huh? Very nice. And let's start with the outdoors fireplace. Hey, so one thing we all notice here is the white effervescence in the brick, in the masonry. That just simply means that there's a lot of water coming down the chimney. And you can see it here in the damper. You can see how rusty it is. Now, that damper is about greater than 1/8 of an inch thick. It's pretty heavy cast iron damper. So it works fine. Plus, it's an outdoor fireplace. You're probably going to leave it in the open position all the time anyway. But it's just an indication to you of how much water is pouring down the flue. So that's something that needs to be addressed. It has, as both fireplaces do, gas log lighters. And here's what that flue system looks like. You could see, get kind of a perspective here how large this flue is. And so water's just pouring down in there. So it'd be smart to put a chimney cap on it. Here's what the top of it looks like. You can see how big it is. Chimney cap up on top just to keep the water out, but it'll also have a screen around it to keep the creatures out. Not code required in this state, otherwise obviously the builder would have had to have put a cap on here to begin with, and he should have. By the way, he should have spent the money, but he didn't. So that's something you may want to do, after you move in. Let's go inside. Let's take a look at that living room fireplace. Beautiful. Also a wood burner with a gas log lighter using a key to operate the starter. Now remember that neither starter has a pilot, so really the smartest thing to do if you're going to burn wood in them is take a little newspaper, light the newspaper ahead of time, stick it under the wood, and then go ahead and turn the gas on. That'll keep you from getting that little puffing action that might scare somebody. So that's the safe and sane way to do it. But remember, you don't have to use the log lighter. And also remember that both fireplaces are plumbed for gas logs. In other words, all that then would happen is a plumber, or in this case, if you go to Hearth and Patio, they will come out and install your beautiful new set of gas logs with a remote, right? And then that key valve will then be the required service valve that would be associated with the fireplace. So you could do that in both fireplaces if you wanted to, but certainly this indoor would look great. Remember, we can't do vent-free on this prefab fireplace. It's not UL listed for vent-free, but you can do vented, and vented is wonderful. So view of the flue system, no problems there. Dampers working well. Here's how to operate it right there under the mantle. Let's go up on top. We've got a pretty shroud for the neighborhood. This is disguised the top of the chimney. Here's what it looks like when you're looking down in. This is what the chimney cap itself looks like. That's a Heatilator fireplace Heatilator chimney cap. Flashing up here looks good. I've not seen any problems with that. So, folks have questions for me, give me a call, 704-526-6348. You can always email me at chris@affordablesweep.com. Thanks.